put it in the chat. We're recording this. If you can, turn your cameras on so we can see you. I truly believe that in the month of May, whether we work together now or whether we have worked together in the past, I don't care. I truly believe that May, everyone is stepping into really big energy, boldness, audaciousness, incredible marketing, incredible service, incredible communities. And I'm so happy to be here with you today. So good. Love being in your energy. Well, if you're coming to Freedom Queen Live, put a yes in the chat if you already have your ticket for Freedom Queen Live. Put a yes in the chat if you have it. Put like a not yet in the chat if you don't have your ticket for Freedom Queen Live. Yep, not yet. Some of you, I know you're not signed up, but you're here just to see what's going on. Just book the ticket, Chiara. You guys, I have a huge announcement to make today, and we're going to blow it out of the water. Plus, I have some crazy bonuses that we're going to be announcing this weekend only. And so I'm a little bit emotional this week because I really feel like for me right now in business, I'll just share this with you. So it's just so on my heart. For me now in business, I have the same feeling I had back in 2020 when I was like, it's time to go bigger. It's time to do something that I've never done before. It's time to really transform my life in a bigger way. And I'm curious how many of you feel the same. How many of you, maybe you've had great success in your business, maybe you've achieved every single thing that you want to achieve, and now you're like, okay, but my soul is calling me to like not even 180, not even 360, but like boom, like I don't even know what's gonna happen. Saying yes, there with you. It's game time, baby. Yes, totally. 2024 has such a special energy. It has a fresh energy. It has a, hey Janika, it has like a biggest expansion. Yes, Irene, it's like, whoa, like I really believe anything is possible and it's happening. Robbie and I are having insane growth in our businesses. I'm having my highest cash months ever while just having the time of my life. You guys are having the best results ever. Robbie's business is like blowing up to numbers and I'm just like, what is happening? And so I'm so excited to share this with you. So we're going to have a ball in the next hour. I'm going to be doing some cool bonuses. I'm going to be releasing something that a lot of you guys have been asking me and the team for. So you're going to want to get your hands on it earlier than other people. But before we do that, I want to set the vibe for Freedom Queen Live. So I have tons of different people. First of all, we've already sold over 100 tickets for Freedom Queen Live, which is insane because there's only 400 seats available inside of the spot that we're doing. And so I was asking our agency team, the people that are running this, because I hired a team. I've invested like multiple six figures into this event. Okay, people are like afraid to invest $1, and I get it, but I'm over here like, let's fricking go. Okay. And so I asked them because the team that I hired, they run events for Gary Vee. Like they run events for really, really big people. And I was telling them about our ticket sales and they were like, wait, you sold over 100 tickets already? Like you're way ahead of where most people are at. And I'm just sitting over here like, yeah, because that's like the work that I do, the work that I teach you all is so different than what most people do online. So what a lot of people do is like they run ads to cold traffic and then they bring people in that aren't really like aligned buyers, which I'm not dissing ads because I love ads. And we're actually going to run some ads later on for Freedom Queen Live. But they were like, you're doing this to your Instagram account and you didn't even have a sales page. Like we just got our sales page. How many of you booked Freedom Queen Live tickets before we even had a sales page? How many of you booked Freedom Queen Live tickets before we knew the date, before we knew the location? Many of you did. And that is Remy says me. Yeah, that's the power of really building $1 million movement. That's the power of building relationships. That's the power of showing up every day with your soul on fire, even when things are going wrong. Because here's the thing, platforms can go away. Like, platforms can go. But you know what will never be taken away is like my relationship with you, Irene. Remember the calls that Sarah, Jane, Letta, and I had. I remember Danielle when she sent me a photo on her wedding day in her Freedom Queen robe. I remember Annie in Thailand. I remember Clarice in some of the first early DMs that we had. I remember Janika. Like, it's like those things can never go away. How you make someone feel matters more than anything else. And so I want you to really set the tone. Olga, you and your reels with the green plants in the background when you started talking on and our private work together. Like, I want you to set the tone and set the vibe for how you're going to show up between now and when we meet in September at Freedom Queen Live. I want you to radically transform your life between now and when we meet on September 26th. Because I'm doing it. Every single day I say to myself, I'm becoming the hottest, the happiest, and the wealthiest I've ever been in my entire life. Sometimes when I say healthiest, happiest, wealthiest I've ever been in my entire life. And so inside of Freedom Queen Live, because you are a ticket purchaser, for those of you that have already purchased your ticket, all 100 and something of you get access to a Telegram chat. You get access to a Telegram chat, and I encourage you to utilize this. Plug in every day if you need to, every single week, every single month of like, hey, I'm moving, I'm grooving, I'm taking action, I'm showing up in my business. Can someone show me? Can you me? Because when you get to Freedom Queen Live, when you're there sitting in the audience, have this energy of, I did it. When you're sitting in that audience, I want you to be so proud of yourself for moving. On day one, when you check into the Vinoy Hotel, which I'm going to be showing it to you in just a minute here. When you check into the Vinoy Hotel and you're putting your beautiful dresses and your outfits for the weekend, and maybe you're walking the stage because you got an award, put a yes, you know you're going to get one of the awards. Put a yes in the chat if you know that. I want you to feel like I did it. And you went all in, despite the fear, despite the low engagement, despite people not buying, despite the people not moving. I want you to be so proud of yourself for booking the flights, for booking the hotel, for bringing the best outfits. I know some of you are like together online or something, booking the best outfits. Maybe a party where everyone packs their bags together. We'll plan that out. And you arrive at Freedom Queen Live like, I am the freaking one. I did it. And you walk into the room on day one, you're networking with other women, and you feel like, I'm on top of the world, despite how nervous you are. Put a yes in the chat if some of you are a little bit nervous to go to Freedom Queen Live. Put a yes in the chat. Because I'm nervous. I'm nervous to be speaking on stage. I'm nervous to see all 400 of you there. I'm nervous for that. I always tell the story of the first time I went to my first conference. How many of you know this story? And I walked in and told Robbie I needed to go to the bathroom, but really I was having a panic attack, and I was praying while staring in the mirror going, God, please get me through this. I don't feel qualified to be here. I hadn't even made 100K in my business. Everyone around me was making more money. They looked better than me. Like, all the thoughts were going through my head. And I looked in the mirror and I said, pull yourself together. You're going to have the best weekend of your life. And that weekend I cried and I watched people walk across the stage. And I was like, one day I'm going to be there. And who was sitting next to me was one of the richest men in the room, and I got to talk with him and hear his heart and soul about how much he loves his grandkids and the type of business that he's building. And then while I was at the event, because when you're at in-person events, what happens is the online audience sees you. Okay, they're watching you. And when you go to in-person events, it usually boosts your authority because people now know what? They know that you're really serious about building this. This just isn't just like some cute little thing you're doing online. You're like, oh my God, you flew around the world, took time away from your children, your family, your business to come be in person, a place that you might be nervous in, a place that might be out of your comfort zone, but you came anyways. People see that. And so my first conference, that weekend, I made $35,000 because while I was there, people were, yeah, Natasha says I'm getting my childcare in order, France to the States. While I was there, like people were just coming out of the woodwork. People were like, Bridge, I want to work with you. Can I sign up to work with you? Can I sign up to work with you? And I remember sitting next to Robbie and saying, I was on my Instagram DMs like, oh my God, I got to go back to the hotel room because I got another sales call. Because at the time I was doing sales calls. And so what I want this event for you to be is not a conference. It's a gate. It's not a conference. It's a gateway. It's a portal. So that from now, when you buy your ticket, and Team Freedom Queen, can you put the link to buy the ticket in the chat, please? Can you put the link to buy the ticket in the chat? I'm in need of a portal, yes. As soon as you sign up, you're like, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. Because you know that when you get to Freedom Queen Live, we're all gonna hold you accountable. We're all gonna be looking at you like, you showed up. You took time away. You invested energy, time, money to be here. And one of the things I keep hearing from you all, and I would love to know in the chat after I say this, that the you signed up for Freedom Queen Live, the number one reason, I've sent out so many surveys, I've interviewed many of you, the number one reason is because you want to leave feeling like you can actually do it. Feeling in your body that you are the one that can actually build the business. And so at Freedom Queen Live, we're going to have speakers. We're going to have people there teaching media, teaching on marketing, teaching on mindset, teaching energetics, literally rewiring, repatterning your entire life so that when you leave, there's no turning back. There's no going back to the old version of you because you entered into a portal, a gateway that as you enter into it, it just closes on the other side. And when you're sitting in that room and you're listening to the speakers, sometimes I can't even listen to the speakers while I'm in there. I'm just sitting in the room, taking in the pulsating everyone there, and you literally feel like you're levitating and you're like, I can do anything. You leave Freedom Queen Live like you are the one, like you can do really anything. Like it actually is possible. And not only do you know that it's possible, you also know exactly what to do. So at Freedom Queen Live, we are going to be teaching you the how. We are going to be teaching you the way. I'm going to be showing you what to do, and I'm going to have you implement that. Oh, Sophie. Sophie says, just bought my ticket on this call. Welcome, Sophie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where are you flying in from? Put it in the chat and tell us in the chat why you signed up for Freedom Queen Live. So when you're in that room, feeling everyone pulsating and shifting and changing, and it says my internet connection's unstable, we're literally breaking the internet, but that's okay, we're gonna keep going anyways. Your life will be changed forever. There's no possible way that you can turn around and go the other way. And that's what has happened for me. And so if you purchased your ticket, congratulations, Sophie, on joining. I would love to know why you signed up and put it in the chat. Why? Why did you sign up for Freedom Queen Live? And if you had any fears, what was it? What was that fear that you had to overcome? Some of you are flying from Okay, some of you are flying from Australia. Do you know we have people flying in from Australia? If you're telling me you can't book your ticket because you're like, I don't know, in Italy or something, we have people flying from Australia. One client, actually, many clients, it's their birthday that weekend. And they said, you know what? I'm going to celebrate my birthday at Freedom Queen Live. One client is bringing her husband because 2 weeks prior, they're getting married and they're doing their honeymoon at Freedom Queen Live. It's going to be the most iconic event of the year. It's my boyfriend's birthday that week, and I'm coming. Yes, many of you have babies. One of my clients just literally gave birth, and she's like, "I'm coming out there, and I'm bringing the baby and my husband." Houston, Texas, because you have the life and business I want. I'm ready to move with you. Events do something for you, and I'm actually going to a really big event in May that no one knows about. But events do something for you because it's scary to go to events, right? I think it's scary. I've had all the reasons. Why would I need to go to an event? I have mentors. Why would I need to fly around the world when I can just listen to them on Zoom? Why would I sign up for this when I'm already with them? Well, the first thing is because you can. How many of you are looking for a justification? You're looking for a reason why. The simple answer is because I can. Because why not? Because didn't you sign up for business, the most extraordinary life? Didn't you sign up for this to live a life that most people will never live before? And so I sign up for events. I go to in-person things. I was just in one in Boise. I'm going to one in May, and then I'm going to one in June in Mexico. That cost thousands of dollars to be there. Hotel, so it costs like one thing was $50,000, $50,000 to be there, plus my flight that's not included, plus all the time I'm taking away from business. And so I get it. I get all of the fears that you might have of like, well, why do I need to go there? Well, why not? And every single time, actually, if you look at my income chart, every single time I leave an in-person event, whether it's a small group, a big conferences really do it for me. My income grows. Literally, if you look at it, it's like, when did Bridge go to an event? Look at income, skyrockets. Because you leave with this energy, this fire, but also the how of like, what the heck do I do? And you completely transform your identity. And so I have two big announcements. Put a yes in the chat if you want to hear them. Put a yes in the chat if you're like, yes, give me those two announcements. The first one is today. Yes, amazing. Today, let's effing go. Come on, yes. Today, we are dropping the link to book your hotel room. We have a very special price point. So the place that we booked is not like an ordinary hotel. This hotel that we booked for Freedom Queen Live, it's actually a resort. It's a luxury resort, and they're known for, they're known for creating, when I was researching them and the team, inspiring experiences for famous and wealthy people. And when I saw that in their messaging, I was like, well, that's where we're hosting Freedom Queen Live. We can't do it in something like a Marriott. We can't do it in something just like a Hilton. It has to be extraordinary. It can't be ordinary like the rest. And so in just a minute here, Team Freedom Queen, I'll let you know when to put it in the chat. We're going to put a link to book your hotel room in the chat. Now, I recommend that you book from, so the way that the weekend works is it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days, and then VIP, you guys are getting extra coaching on Sunday. So what I would do is I would book your ticket for Thursday, or the hotel Thursday to Sunday late checkout, or some of you are saying that you want to do Thursday to Monday and kind of hang out that Sunday and fly back Monday morning. So that's totally up to you, and the team will support you in making that decision. Yeah, Thursday to Monday. I would recommend doing that because if you go on like a high at conferences and then you want to integrate, like for me, I can be introverted sometimes. And so I like to go into my room and like start implementing, or like go find other women that are at the conference and who wants to check out yeah, like go in and like integrate everything and then fly back on Monday wherever it is that you are flying around the world. What time does it start on Thursday? So I believe check-in for the hotel is at 3 o'clock, and that's also when we're going to start doing check-in for the conference. And you'll have until 3 to, I believe we're going to start the first event at 6. So make sure that you're there, you're checked in, you're in your hotel room. Maybe you're staying with a friend, maybe you're staying by yourself. You're checked in, you can walk around the hotel and look at the hotel. And some of you are hiring photographers and videographers, which is crazy. I love that because I do the same thing. Bring, you know, even if you don't hire someone, there's so many people who are video photographers. There's so many people who just are really good at content with your iPhone. And if you haven't looked at the Vinoy, it is so Instagrammable. Have you guys looked at it? It's insane. It's like very, very Instagrammable. And that's one of the reasons that we chose it. Should we book Wednesday night? I know some of you are like, it just depends on where you're flying from around the world and how you fly. When Robbie and I go to conferences, we either try to do a red eye and get there in the morning of the first day, or we go the night before. And something Robbie and I like to do is go out to dinner the night before a conference and like anchor in what we're going to do that. I'm like crying and getting chills. We're going to anchor in what we're going to do that weekend and how our lives are going to be changed. And so then we wake up the next day. I like to go to the gym at the resort because then there's nothing like being in a resort with tons of other entrepreneurs and you guys are all in the gym and you just know everybody's getting after it. Like, it's not just the experience you're going to have in the conference room. It's also the experiences like in between conversations and the breakthroughs. And then when you're at the gym and when you're in your hotel room and you have this download in the middle of the night and you wake up and you're like, I have it. I know exactly what I need to do to move forward. I literally have chills all over my body. So it just depends. Did you say it starts on Thursday? Yes, it starts on Thursday evening. We'll have an evening session. Saturday we'll go all day. Friday will go all day, Saturday will go all day. Sunday morning is going to be for VIP ticket holders. And for those of you that have the general admission and you want to upgrade to VIP, we're going to give you a link to do that inside of the Telegram group if you want to upgrade, and we'll go through that. Maybe Wednesday to Monday. Yeah, or Thursday to Monday. This is going to be me. We'll find a workout class. Yes, all of you go work out in the morning, amp up your body, 6 a.m., 4 a.m. spin, you guys. I love, I signed up and have no clue the date. What's the VIP option? So the VIP option includes Sunday, and it's going to be a small, there's two things. VIP includes on Saturday evening, we're having a VIP dinner where it's going to be a smaller group of people. There's actually a limit to the amount of VIP people. You get a small group dinner. And then on Sunday, you also get individual coaching. So we're going to be doing some like coaching on implementing every single thing that you talked about over the weekend. You're going to get mentored by me. We'll have people going around and doing breakout rooms and things like that. And so that's like implementation day, which I find is far like the most valuable because you get all this information and your journal, for me, it's like filled with all these notes and you're like, well, what do I do first? And so that's when you're going to get individualized coaching on Sunday, plus Saturday night's private VIP dinner. Love it. Send the VIP link. Team Freedom Queen will drop a VIP link inside of the inside of the group. Is VIP included if you get the freedom? No, it's not included if you get the award. No, but we will be doing some special things for the award winners too, which I'm very excited about. Okay, so Team Freedom Queen, go ahead and put the link inside of the chat to book the hotel rooms. We're also going to send it out via email. We're also going to send it out everywhere. I'm screaming, Team Freedom Queen says, put the link to get your hotel room in the chat. Amazing, it's right there. Now this price point, you have to use this link because this link gives a very, I don't like the word cheap because I don't like to cheapen things, but it gives you a really amazing price point for the hotel room. It's $299 a night, what we have. And I think when you book it on your own, it's like 400 or something like that. So utilize this link and then book Thursday to Monday, or some of you, if you want to do Wednesday to Monday, you can totally do that. Totally up to you. I have so much joy for you and this event fridge. Shani, I love you. I'm so excited to see you. How do you apply for the award? So we have 3 main awards happening. And also, Basma, I know you just had, we have a huge celebration for you as well. I loved your message to me last night. So I'm going to keep talking while Team Freedom Queen puts the link in the chat, and you guys are welcome to listen in. If you book your hotel now or you book your hotel later, that's fine. I just recommend that you book your hotel as soon as possible, because we're selling 400 tickets for the event, but we don't have 400 rooms under our price point. So if I were you and you haven't booked your ticket yet for Freedom Queen Live, I would get your ticket sooner than later so that you can confirm that you'll be staying in the actual hotel with us. Once our room block is filled, it's filled. Now, there might be other hotel rooms in the building available, but I can't guarantee that. And they definitely won't be at our price point that we negotiated with the hotel. So make sure that you get your ticket sooner than later so that you can get your hotel room as well. Also, as I'm saying this, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is very surreal right now. So at Freedom Queen Live, we're doing an awards ceremony. It's going to be on Saturday afternoon, and there are 3 awards. The first award is your 100K award. Now, this is an all time. This is not just for this year. All awards are not for just this year, 2024. It's for all time. Okay, in your current business. It can't be like, oh, I did this business and I did this business and I did this business. Like, it has to be revenue in the current business that you're coming for Freedom Queen Live, but it's all time. So it doesn't have to be for 2024. So we have 3 awards. The $100,000 award. This is for you make $100,000, and what's going to happen is you're going to get your 100K Freedom Queen award, be able to walk the stage. We're going to do pictures, which is going to be extraordinary. And I can't even tell you guys, like, I have chills how when I got accepted and I got the 2CCX award, so 2 Comma Club, the $1 million award, when I went to Funnel Hacking Live, how it just changed my entire life. And it also gave me something to work towards. So 100K award. Then we have the 500K award. So you've done 500 or more. Same thing. You get access to the walk the stage and a photo opportunity as well. And then we have the $1 million plus award. And so for anyone that does $1 million or more, you get the opportunity to apply to speak on stage, which is very cool. And so if you've already hit some of these awards and you're like, I'm good to go, I know I can confirm them, in the next couple of months, what's going to happen is we're going to send out an application, and you have to prove that you've made this amount of money. So we're going to have you do Loom videos where you show, you can hide like personal details and things like that, but you have to show that you actually did make the money. So we have proof and evidence that that's actually real and you did achieve the award. And then you're going to be able to walk the stage. The award ticket holders, you guys will get special like badges. It just makes you feel so special and exclusive and different because you frickin' did it and you went for it. And for those of you that don't do it, I went to Funnel Hacking Live 2 years in a row. And I remember watching people walk the stage. And I remember feeling like, I want to be someone walking the stage. And the first year that I went, I was so excited. And then to be honest with you guys, the next year that I went, I remember on day 1 thinking, I don't really care about getting that award anymore. Like, that's so dumb. Like, I don't need the award. And by day two of the event, something had ignited in me again. I was like, screw that. That's not the type of thinking that a winner would do. I went and made $1 million so quickly after that second year because I was so done with my BS from being in that room. I just decided to be my truest self, to be your happiest, your healthiest, your wealthiest version of you. And so even if you don't get the award when you come to your first Freedom Queen Live, You'll get the award in 2025. You'll get the award in 2026 conference, 2027. Who cares? But watching other people walk the stage, I would watch and hear their names called in my head. I would go, Bridget James Ling, congratulations, come on up to the stage. And I would just imagine that. And so I want you to do that for yourself, whether you get the award or not. Okay, I think there were a question there. This will be me. I want to be walking that stage. Yes. Room booked. Sarah's room is booked. 25K away from 200K. So trying to get that 5 nice, lifetime. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Make sure that you guys book your rooms. Okay. Now, actually, I have 2 more things, and then I'm going to answer any questions too that come up in the chat. The next thing is that if you haven't gotten your ticket yet and you want to get your ticket for Freedom Queen Live, I am doing a bonus starting today. And it also, by the way, it backlogs for anyone that's already got your ticket for Freedom Queen Live. We are going to put a deadline on this. It's not going to be for the entire month of May. And I honestly don't know when I'm going to cut this off. It might be next week. It might be Sunday. You are going to get, this is really crazy. The bonus is insane. When you book your ticket, you are going to get one of our most incredible programs that's happening live at the end of May, and it is called Celeb Status, which is insane. So Celeb Status is one of our most requested programs. It's a 2-week program, and inside of it, I'm talking about 2 different things. Number 1, energetics of being someone who's a celebrity and how to actually get attention and influence and have the mindset and identity of that. But number 2, I'm also talking about the strategy side. So it's about 50-50. Branding, how you're presenting yourself, how you're speaking. Because what a lot of people do in the online space is they try and climb this like authority ladder and they never really get up the ladder. Versus if you come out online with boldness, with energy, with fierceness, with certainty, with confidence, what's going to happen is, and you have great branding and look and vibe and messaging, you are going to see so much more results in a shorter amount of time. And not that we're here for like, you have to do it now, but some of you I know really could utilize this program. So you get Celeb Status when you sign up for Freedom Queen Live, and then we are going to put a deadline on that. So make sure that you buy your tickets. The VIP option, yes, yeah. Well, Team Freedom Queen, if people already have bought their ticket, send them the difference of what the VIP pass is, because Olga already got her ticket. So just make sure that you send it to her. Yes, please. Yeah. I'm so excited. Yep, Celeb Status is included. Okay. I'm so freaking excited about Celeb Status. Same, please. Yes. Okay, if you guys want the VIP, what we'll do is we'll send you the difference of what is owed on the rest. Hotel booked, amazing. Okay, so we went over, hotel link is out, make sure that you book it. We went over Celeb Status is included inside of when you buy your ticket. And then there's one more thing. There's one more thing that's very, very important. How many of you are bringing a friend to Freedom Queen Live? How many of you have already bought a friend? And what I'm about to share with you involves you potentially coming to Costa Rica. How many of you have brought a friend? Pipa's brought a friend. Vicky, my boyfriend, Chiara says, squad coming in hot. Okay, so we have a affiliate competition happening right now. And what it looks like is when you bring 10 people, so when you bring 10 people, and a couple of you are all almost there, when you bring 10 people, you get your hotel paid for. You also get, and if you already booked it, that's fine, we'll just reimburse you. You get your hotel paid for. You also get coaching by me. Irene's totally gonna do this. Irene's like squatting up. She's like a freaking superstar. Watch her, because she's blowing up right now and always has been. But anyways, squat up. When you bring 10 friends, you get your hotel paid for. You get coaching by me also on how to make more money while you're there and expand your business even more while you're actually at the event, and run your own event while you're there if you want to do that. The next level of this is I am inviting the top affiliates to come and do a weekend with me in Costa Rica after Freedom Queen Live. Not right after, it'll be about like a month or two after it. But you get a weekend with me. It will be all the top affiliates, the top 8 affiliates that sell 10 or more. So for example, in order to qualify for the Costa Rica VIP weekend, you have to sell a minimum of 10 tickets, minimum of 10. Above that, people who sell more, so let's say someone sells 25 and someone else sells 30 and someone else sells 12 and in between, then we just start ranking on who's bringing in the most people. And the top 8 are going to get a weekend with me in Costa Rica. What's included in the weekend is you're going to get food paid for, you're going to get obviously the villa paid for, you're going to get a photo shoot paid for, you're going to get excursions paid for, you're going to get coaching paid for, and you're going to spend an entire weekend with me and all the top affiliates, literally having the time of our lives in Costa Rica and blowing the F up in your businesses. And for reference, for some of these weekends that I do, I've charged anywhere from $10,000, $15,000, even $25,000 for some weekends. So that's insane. In order to qualify for that, you have to bring 10 people. And so what I would do if you wanted to be a part of this, because some of you have been messaging me like, how can you help me with this? What I would do is I would bring your clients, I would bring your team members, I would bring people from your community. And while you're there, I would also be growing your own business. So you can be sitting in the audience and talking with your clients or your community or your mentor or other people, or maybe you don't even want to talk to them and you just want it to be a weekend for you. You can have them come and like do their own thing, or you just want to have them come and feel like their lives are changed. I know Christine, I don't know how many people she's brought so far, but it's a good amount of people. She's doing like an event within the event. People do that too. You don't have to do that, but that's an option. So in order to qualify for the weekend in Costa Rica with me, you have to sell a minimum of 10, and then above that, it will just be the top 8. It will just be the top 8. Okay, whose mind is like blown right now with everything that's happening? Freedom Queen Live. Freedom Queen Live is going to be the most insane experience that I've ever had in my own business. And I know it's going to change and wake up so many of you, change the trajectory of your business, for your family, your income, every single thing. Because when you're around other women who are doing what you want to be doing, and they're on stage speaking, or maybe you're on stage speaking because you get the opportunity to, or you're walking the stage to get your award, or you're watching other women walk the stage, you actually realize that it's possible for you. Okay, I'm coming in the chat because I think there are a couple of questions. Feeling all kinds of emotions. This is definitely the biggest thing I've ever done. Wow. I agree. Did you also say that if we bring 10 to 20, you will coach us creating? Yes, yes. When you do 10, minimum of 10, I will coach you on creating a custom event within the actual conference itself. You guys get put into a special group. So excited, mind blown. Yeah, fly into Tampa. I'm having to step into a bigger version of me just to book the event. So I know change is a non-negotiable. I might have to cancel. Well, I don't think you can cancel her wedding. It's happening the same weekend. I'll make it happen. I just got off a call with someone who booked the events, and she was like, Bridge, like, this is going to be the most iconic thing. Like, she was like, you don't understand what this has done for me. She was like, this has changed my life. I'm going to be in that room growing my dream business. Like, she's like, I have these visions of who I want to become. And she's already very successful, but she wants to take it to another level. And then on Sunday, she got booked for something in the afternoon. And in her head went to like, oh no, maybe I can't go anymore. And like, what if I can't make it? And she told me on our call a couple days ago, she said, what would a bad bee do? She was like, a bad bee would find a way to do both. And so she's flying into Freedom Queen Live, experiencing all of Freedom Queen Live, and then leaving and then going to her other event that she has to do. And I'm like, that is a true Freedom Queen. That is a true winner. You will find a way to make it happen just because you can. Just because you deserve to live a life where you're making the most amount of money that you've ever made. Not just for you, but also for your family, for your children, for your community, where you actually know that it's possible. And so this is what I'm about to do. We operate from non-logical planet. It's like, yeah, I will find the freaking way. Danny Lent, who just booked his ticket from Australia, he's like, I have no idea how this is going to happen, but I'm doing it anyways. I'm gonna make it happen. Okay. So I'm coming into the chat. How are we all feeling? Are there any questions coming up? Anything coming up? Any final questions before we go? Hey, Kara, Lena, Linda, Lindsay, Lorette, Maria G, Megan Rose, did you get your ticket? I saw you had DM'd. Natasha, Rochelle, Scarlett, Shawnee, Simone, Sumaya, Val, Valerie, both Vals in the house. Amel, so excited for celeb status. I'm on fire. Yes, you are, Bosma. I can't wait to celebrate you. Okay, so if you're already in Freedom Queen Live, there you go. If you're already in Freedom Queen Live, make sure you go to the Telegram group or DM Team Freedom Queen, and we'll be getting you the links to upgrade to VIP. We'll also be putting the links to book your hotel room. You get celeb status included in the purchase of your ticket, and I'm going to put a deadline on that, so just look out for an email from us on that, on the deadline when. But we will be putting a deadline probably in the next week. And then we have our affiliate competition. And so if you want to come do a weekend with me in Costa Rica, the only thing that's not paid for that weekend is your flight. You do your flight on your own, mostly because it's a logistical thing. Everything else is paid for that weekend. Your transportation to the hotel. I have my favorite private driver. He's awesome. You're gonna do a weekend with me in a luxury villa, photo shoots. Our favorite chef, this cute husband and wife, they do all this amazing cooking. They have this really cute baby, and we'll go surfing or swim in the ocean. Maybe we'll go sailing. Or, you know what, honestly, my favorite thing about VIP weekends is just like spending the evening in our pajamas, laughing and having mind-blowing conversations that leave you never the same. That's and so in order to get that, how many people will be able to join VIP? Out of the 400, I believe it's 100. I believe. I have to check. But if you want to get in VIP, upgrade and you get that private dinner and the coaching. I think I upgraded to this. Oh my God, I want VIP. Yes. I am so excited. Freedom Queen Live. If you haven't booked your hotel, book your hotel. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. And I want you to, from this day moving forward, claim that this is your time for transformation. And as we close out here, I shared this with you in the beginning of this call. In 2020, I felt a certain way. I didn't know why. I remember getting a download from God. It didn't make sense. I got this feeling inside that said, you need to teach women how to become their own bosses. At the time, I wasn't my own boss. I did have a business. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do that. I became my own boss within a month. A month later, I was my own boss. I invested in myself. That person never taught me the how. She just helped me believe and hold me accountable. A month later, I was my own boss. A year later, I was hosting my first retreat. A year after that, I had a $680,000 sales year. The year after that, I had a $1 million cash year. We just did $1 million cash in the last 10 months. All because in 2020, I decided to follow that feeling inside that I was actually meant to do something really big. And you don't need to be big right now. You don't need to have proof that it's going to work. You don't need to know the how exactly. That's very simple, and we can teach you that, and you can learn from all the amazing speakers at Freedom Queen Live on the actual how. You don't need to know that, but you do need to follow the feeling. Just like in 2021, it didn't make sense for me to go to Funnel Hacking Live. I didn't have the money. I was in debt. I was trying to pay all these different rents, but Robbie wanted to go to Freedom Queen Live, Funnel Hacking Live, and I was like, okay, I'm going to find the way. And I pulled out my credit card, signed up. Each ticket price was $997, so I spent almost $2,000 to be there. And I had no idea where I was going to be around the world. And I went anyways. I went unqualified. I went unmotivated. I went not even hitting my first 100K. No one really knew me in the online space at that time, but I went anyways. And I would not be here today having just done $1 million cash in the last 10 months if I ignored that feeling. If I brushed it under the rug and said, maybe next year. If I said, I don't know the how, I didn't know the how, and that was okay. But I decided to move anyways. I decided to get in the room just because I can. Without knowing where I was going to be, how I was going to get the money, or if I would even be successful. I just knew that I had to move. And I feel the same energy, the same feeling right now in 2024. Again, it's bigger. It doesn't make sense. I don't know how. I have all these reasons why. Well, why would I pay for that? Why would I invest? I've already invested. I've already done these things. I live here. Why would I travel there? But the number one thing I know about people that make it and people that win is that they move anyways. And if you're getting a download that's like, you are called for bigger things, I pray that you listen to the call. Because most people will listen to resistance. They won't answer the call. But those that do will find themselves in this world, in this reality that doesn't make sense to most people. And so, if you haven't gotten your ticket for Freedom Queen Live, make sure that you get it. It's just this website is freedomqueenlive.com. Allow this to be your weekend, your decision that transforms your entire life. And if you want to go even bigger and you already got your ticket for Freedom Queen Live, whether you're general admission or VIP, and you want to do a weekend with me in Costa Rica, bring your clients, bring your mentors, bring your best friend, bring your mother, bring your team member, bring your husband, bring your boyfriend, bring your whoever, bring your family there. Because in this weekend, it's not just going to be a conference. It's no ordinary conference. It's a gateway to a life that you dreamed of, and you will never be the same. Okay. I'm coming in the chat before we say, see you soon. I'm in actual tears. I feel this portal, the vortex. It already has been. Yes. Irene, I remember, Irene, you signed up for Freedom Queen Live, and then everything in your life started shifting for you. Can't wait. Wow. I'm zinging, chills. Yes. Yes. Big energy. Thank you, Bridget. I watched the replay this morning. Okay. I love you all so much. Make sure that you get your tickets if you haven't. Book your hotel room sooner than later, because again, we have more tickets than rooms available. This is why we're doing this call, so you guys can get your rooms booked and ready to go earlier than most people. I recommend booking Thursday to Monday, so you have time for integration. Or if you want to do Wednesday to Monday, you totally can, depending on where you're flying around the world. Done. Booked your room. Amazing. Okay. I will see you all inside of Celeb Status if you booked your ticket in the month and the end of May. And then I will see you at Freedom Queen Live, September 26th. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye, everyone.